Your cheating self. Robbing me of my first seed.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens. They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Sheds off the tackle. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
On the double.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he's got Pierce. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this down to the 26. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Ravens at 12-2 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
No, we changed it.
To throw is Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now it's Richardson. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Off play action. Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Richardson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mazi Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
Well, you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Come on.
3rd and 19. Now Richardson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Jackson now. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs. Yeah,
his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Now Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Richardson. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Let's go. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd in a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Viking, 18, right here. 18, Rattler.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. His throw in.
Kidding me?
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go now.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Richardson out of the shotgun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A little juke. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times.
I just hit the wrong button.
Get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown, Colts. Josh Downs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jackson. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
What a drive. What a drive.
As the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Richardson to the air on first down. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great
All right,
field
cool.
position at the 41-yard
Let's give him
line.
another 3 points. That's awesome.
Talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they needed.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Tap to 60, tap to 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
Play action. Now Richardson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Come on, come on.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Here we go.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Buffalo 18.
Richardson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the ready. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that'll be off the mark.
I'm just like done with this game, man. Like what a joke. What an absolute joke.
Let alone put points up on the board.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Richardson back to throw it.
Another dead eye out of bounds incomplete pass.
Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick
It's the
here
third time
is
today it's
good.
happened.
And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 9 here. Now it's Richardson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Okay, ready?
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Bird! Right there!
Richardson working from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Got it. Ready?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here we go.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Bronco 80. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Unlock line. Unlock. Flat.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, check. Alert! Alert! Ready,
He'll try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd down, Jackson. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Jackson going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. 3rd down and goal coming up here.
Middle. 13. Hey. You at X.
Here's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, Might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Richardson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
18, pioneer. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Throwing now is Richardson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball.
Come on.
Route running savvy and toughness. There's a premium for all of that now.
Come 19, come 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing his 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Let's go now.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to rack up the